Welcome back to the Paranormal Sessions. My name is David Granado. I am a psychic medium and paranormal investigator. If you've noticed, I haven't posted a new video in about a week and a half or so. And the reason why is I actually saw something that I thought I would never ever see again. Now, in previous videos, I had mentioned that I've seen demons 3 times, and one of the demons I saw twice, but it was three times I saw demons, and I've said, many times that I doubt I would ever see another demon again. Well, that changed about a week and a half ago. So I'm lying in bed, and I believe it's around 5:30 in the morning, maybe a little bit earlier, and I turn on my right side and I happen to look at the bedroom mirror and I saw a demon. Now, my best understanding is I believe it was a vision within the mirror. Now, it could be just that the demon was just in the mirror and it wasn't a vision, because I've mentioned in previous episodes that demons do use mirrors as gateways. Some people think they can also use them as portals. Myself, I think they're just, they use them as gateways. So I can't say 100% if I saw a vision within the mirror or if I just actually saw the demon just within the mirror. But regardless, when I saw him, he looked like he was wearing some kind of black outfit. It wasn't like a robe or anything like that. It almost looked like black leather, but that's just my best guess. But the reason why I knew it was a demon is when I looked at his face, which was actually just a skull, but the skull was in the shape of a gargoyle. And that's how the other demons I saw roughly 7.5 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, somewhere around that time frame. So he's looking at me, and then I notice he's holding a frame with a mirror in it. And he's holding it with his left hand, and he's kind of like smirking at me. And he's lowering the mirror down, and I think he's just going to set it down, but he drops it and it doesn't completely break, but you can tell part of it broke apart. I guess the frame was the part that kind of like cracked. And he started laughing, and I still don't quite understand why he showed me that. But maybe the next part that I mentioned, maybe someone will have a better idea. So right after he drops the frame, and by then as he drops the frame or it has been dropped, he kind of like laughs in a way, but a hideous laugh. And then I notice up in the north hand corner of the bedroom mirror, I see what looks like some kind of clear bubble, but it was rectangular shaped. So I don't know if it was glass or some kind of substance, but there's a person within the bubble, and I clearly couldn't make out his face that clearly because it looked like whoever was in that bubble, so to speak, his head is getting pushed against it, so everything's kind of distorted because it's kind of pushing everything out. But I could see like a nose and a mouth. I could somewhat see eyes, but I couldn't. I think they were closed. I just, from my vantage point. But he's, the person is being pushed within that glass, and you could tell, they're in pain. So I don't know if the demon was showing me that to see, what's one of the things they do, when people, after they pass away and they go down instead of up. That's one of the things they do to them. But quite honestly, when I saw this, it didn't really hit me till about 10 minutes later, because I just never assumed or always assumed I would, the odds of me ever seeing a demon again was, probably 1 out of 1,000. But, I did see it. So that did kind of concern me because it's been roughly 8 years. Now, I had done some other investigations. I don't think that's what precipitated the demon showing. I think the reason why, and this is just a guess, is when I had that, I talked about a previous episode where the room was kind of like cleansed, and I think in that regard it probably angered the demon because every time, because in one of my earlier videos, I could tell that there was like no activity. I mean, none at all. Like it was a brand new room, nothing's going on, and it was like that for, I think it was like I said, I think 5 to 7 days or something, and I'm sure that probably angered the demon because that bedroom's had so much activity over the years that I don't think I've ever had that before where there was like no activity. I mean, I've seen it at times where the activity would kind of die down and there'd be a few things. I'd see some shadows moving, things like that. But this was like none at all. And as I thought about it more, that's what I'm assuming, that it angered that demon. Now, I don't know if it's the same demon that I saw 7 years ago or 8 years ago. I would tend to think it is. And maybe he was angered by that room was cleansed of everything. And now he's trying to show like he has, he's in control. But with regards to him dropping that mirror, I already knew that the demons use those as gateways. So I don't know if he was trying to show me by him dropping the mirror and breaking that, that he has control over the mirrors or the gateways, which I assume they had anyway. But that's why I hadn't posted anything. And the other reason why is right after that, my visions have really gotten dark. I mean, up to a whole nother level. And so I'm going to release some videos on those visions. I mean, because normally my visions, as you've seen on previous episodes, they get to be fairly dark. But now it's moved up a whole nother level. But I was like, to say the least, I was startled when I thought about it afterwards that I actually saw another demon. I thought in my lifetime, maybe in another 15 or 20 years, I would see one. But they're back, which does kind of concern me. So one of the videos I'm going to be releasing, because I talked about this in a previous one that I was going to release sometime around Thanksgiving to Christmas. I'm going to go ahead and push it up and explain how the other demons were removed from my bedroom, which I would tend to think you probably won't believe it. And actually, when I saw this happening in real time, I was a little bit dumbfounded because I didn't quite understand what happened. I mean, I saw it, but I didn't really register till later that day. And so I'll go ahead and release one of those fairly soon, along with these other visions that have gotten really dark. In fact, I had a really dark vision last night, which I think it's a vision that was coming from the demon, even though he wasn't within that vision. But that's why I haven't posted anything recently, because I mean, I had to kind of wrap my head around this, because I just assume the odds of me ever seeing a demon, slim and none. Like I said, maybe it'll be another 15 or 20 years where I would ever see one, and now I seen one about a week and a half ago. So I am going to go ahead and do the other videos on those visions, and then, like I said, the one I was going to release sometime between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'm going to release that probably probably right near Thanksgiving or maybe a little bit before Thanksgiving. So needless to say, everything is, the paranormal activity is really starting to ratchet up. It's not as bad as it was before, but I have a feeling it's going to get even worse than it was this last time. So I just wanted to go ahead and let you know that, why I kind of postponed releasing a video, because, I mean, this kind of threw me for a loop. I mean, I never thought I was going to see this again, or a demon, I should say. But, things happen, so you just have to adjust to it. So I'll go ahead and wrap this up. And like I said, there is evil out there. I have seen it. So be safe. Bye.